this is a very layered and amazing reading. It's coming across like a personal reading, but this is the general collective reading for the month of August 2026. If you're new here, welcome. If you are not new here, thank you for being back. My readings come along with number messages. You guys have the number 11 showing up. I want you to look that number up on a website called Joanne's Sacred Scribes. I am not affiliated with Joanne, but her website is very accurate for numbers, so I always recommend confirming the numbers there. The numbers will have to do with something I was saying, something you were thinking, doing, or speaking, or something taking place in your environment at the time. And you also have the number 33 showing up. It's important to remember that readings, card readings specifically, deal with the current energy at play. It deals with the decisions that you are making, and it deals with the decision making of people around you or involved in the scenario. With that, you hold the power and the ability to make different decisions to bring about different outcomes for yourself. So do not take anything that comes in a card reading, specifically, especially, as things that are a guarantee for your future. If it's something that you desire, then you must keep doing the work that you're doing to attain that thing that comes up. And if it's something you don't want to happen, then you must make different decisions so that you can avoid whatever is coming up that you don't want to experience, all right? And with that, let's just get right into the reading. So this reading, I say, is very powerful because you have all of the ace cards showing up. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. That doesn't happen very often. 144 showing up on the clock. The interesting thing about the ace cards is that they are all divine opportunities. And so the Ace of Wands is a divine opportunity to have a passionate start at something. It can often come as a spark or an idea, or it's just something that you've been thinking about and manifesting for yourself. The Ace of Pentacles has to do with some sort of material world or lifestyle offer that is being positioned or presented to you. The Ace of Cups has to do with how we experience love in this realm, whether it is self-love or love with other people or other things. And then the Ace of Swords is a truth or reality that is being shown to us to bring clarity to whatever it is that's going on. Some of these cards are showing up in the forefront of your reading, like the Ace of Pentacles. It showed up in the very forward main spread. And then there are other cards that are showing up as clarifiers. So when I go to ask deeper questions or get more information about some of the cards, that's where these appear. One of them appears as a clarifier to another ace card, 303 on the clock. So the basic parts of this reading talks about you having enough patience to balance yourself and balance your energy so that you can take the opportunity that is coming toward you in the very near future that has to do with your material world. This could be anything, but it's important that you're balanced in a way that is going to help you, 33 on the clock, help you be able to receive whatever it is that is about to be presented to you so that you can finally have some sort of rebirth. There is a rebirthing that you have been calling for, 44 on the clock. And it's being presented to you, it's being made available to you. But it's so important that you are in a very balanced state and you're not moving too quickly, that you are not moving into cycles that are unhealthy for you, that you are not going backwards in any way, and that you're not dealing with your new timeline with the same mindset of your old timeline. Now, the very first card that came up was that card of balance. The second card that came up is this offer. So I kind of want to talk about what this offer is. It's a pentacle coming toward you. And again, the pentacle has to do with our material world and our lifestyle. So it could be that you see the Ace of Pentacles and you're offered a new position at work. You get some sort of raise, maybe keep the same position but get a pay increase. It could be an idea that you've presented or put out there that's starting to take off, and it's becoming fruitful for you. It could be that you get a new acquisition, 4, 5, 6 on the clock. You can get a new house. You can get a new car. You could completely change your lifestyle altogether, where you could, build on your family. You could have a child. You could get married. Anything that impacts your actual lived experiences and your livelihood in terms of, I don't know what else to say, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. The clarification on that comes with the Ace of Cups, which is quite interesting. This is the double clarifier of the Ace cards. And so you're going to have a choice, and this choice is going to bring a final closure and an ending to whatever it is that you've been carrying that has not been great for you. This reminds me of a situation or a scenario where maybe you've been working really hard at something, and you're going to take a different approach to how you would derive the outcome that you're seeking. And based off that change approach, you're going to be able to bring in more and do more than you had intended. So it's kind of the concept of working smarter, not harder. 616 on the clock. You could be moving from a more passionate place with whatever it is that you're doing. So say if you hate your job, you could be getting a job that you actually truly love, and it's also in alignment with you, and it's also going to help you be able to release some burdens. But if you take on this new project at the job you hate just to kind of prove yourself, instead of using that energy to seek new employment, then you could be missing the opportunity that is there for you. 646 on the clock. And so balance and patience, so that you can make the right choices, are the main things that are coming up for the theme 656 on the clock for the month of August. Now the final card here deals with that actual death and rebirth, and I wanted more information about that. What is the death and rebirth that is taking place for you? And it's going to be different for everybody because this is a collective reading. So I want you to take this and apply it how it fits, right? There's a truth or a clarity, 722 on the clock, that is going to be presented to you to allow you to bring an ending to the imbalances that you have allowed in your life. You have 737 on the clock. You have made choices that have put you in positions that have thrown you out of balance in whatever way that may be. It could be that you, like myself, take on too many things, right? And it creates imbalance. It could be that you are trying to, fill too many roles at work. Or it could be that you have spent too much money and now you have too many bills, you can't keep up with them. It could be that you, in any way that you have stretched yourself thin. Maybe you've overpromised to your friends that you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and you just can't be everywhere at one time, right? And so it could be anything where you've kind of like overgiven, overstretched yourself, and it's going to put you in a position to have to realize what's most important so that you can take advantage of the things that are properly in alignment with you. So there's a release that has to come in order for you to be able to maintain the things that are coming toward you. So the question is, like, are you ready to release? And what is that release going to be? Whatever it is, it might not be an easy thing to let go of or release, but it is going to be something that is going to ultimately bring you what it is that you're asking for. There's a side energy showing up here with the card that came out that I just could not ignore, because it's such a profound card. It's the World card. It is the closeout card of the cycle of the deck. It is the card that brings conclusion. So to have that card show up reversed, while we also have the death and rebirth card ending the main part of your spread, it came through as a cautionary tale. If you don't make moves and decisions in your righteous, rightful energy, you stand the chance of betraying yourself. You stand the chance of manifesting against yourself. So it's very important that you're being mindful about the decisions that you're making. 949 on the clock. Even if it feels like it's selfish, right? Even if it feels like, um, yeah, that's the best word I can give you guys. Even if it feels selfish to make these different decisions, they are the decisions that are required for you to ultimately be able to get to the rest of this storyline, which includes this Ace of Wands when we're talking about something that you're passionate about in terms of your thoughts. 1, 2, 3 showed up on the clock. That Ten of Wands has to do with your Ten of Cups, your idea of a perfect life. This could have to do with a family, like a spouse and children. This could have to do with just a spouse. This could have to do with just children. This could have to do with you and your pets. This could have to do with you and humanity, right? It could be any way that you see your idea, like happy home life, your happy fulfilled self, you in that capacity of just bliss and utopia. So what does that reality look like for you? That's the idea that is trying to come to fruition for yourself. But again, if you keep feeding things based off of who you were in your old timeline, you're going to keep missing the opportunity to have whatever this desire is that you've set forth for yourself. So it's important that you are being balanced, that you're dealing with things in a balanced way, and that you're sitting in stillness, calmness, quietness long enough to get the clarity and direction of what you need for your specific path moving forward. 1137 on the clock. There are ways that you can go about assisting yourself with getting there, very direct ways that are specific just to you individually. One of those ways is by understanding the soul path that you took to come into this world at this time. A lot of people do their birth charts, and I think that those are great. Over here, we do a very deep blueprint. We go into the depths of your actual journey and what that looks like as it's manifested for you in this actual realm. And then we take it a step further where you are able to work with the elements that are here all around us to activate these parts of your DNA that may be stagnant or need more energy behind them so that you can live a more fruitful abundance in this lifetime. And that is called the Sacred Self Activation Report. I highly recommend you getting this report, especially at this time while we have this Lionsgate portal open through August 12th. But you can get the report at any time and begin to do the work. You're going to find that there are measurable life changes that come for you when you actively do this type of work. You could also get a reading, a one-on-one reading with me, whether that is an oracle session where we get on the line. You can ask as many questions as you'd like, and I give you direct, clear answers and solutions. So by the time you're done, you know exactly what you're supposed to do next. Or you get a card reading where we do what I'm doing for you now, but we do it more specifically and tailored either to questions that you have or areas of your life specifically for you. So you guys have options available. I highly recommend taking advantage of them because, you know, if you're not investing into your own soul's growth and journey, then you're caught up in the matrix. And why spend a life being caught the fuck up in the matrix? You dig?